Ninja Turtles 2014. Now we're at the Bay movies, which is kind of seen as the dark part of the franchise for the Turtle movie fans. Um, and yeah, welcome back to my Ninja Turtle series of reviews. I'm reviewing all these movies in preparation for Mutant Mayhem. We're 2 weeks away. We only have two more movies to talk about. And I'll be honest with you guys, I do like these movies, the Michael Bay ones. Are they good movies? Absolutely not. In fact, most of this review is going to be me shitting on the movie because it's bad. But I have a soft spot for both these movies. Mostly this one because this movie came out in 2014, so how old was I? What, like 2003? Trying to think, do the math here. I was born in 2003, came out in 2014. I was 11. I was 11 years old when this movie came out. Right, somewhere in there, something like that. Um, I was perfect age for this movie, right? 11-year-old kid. I was a little bit older than 10, but still pretty good age to be watching a Ninja Turtles movie. And to be fair, I felt like most people when I saw the trailers for this movie, I was like, these are the turtle designs? These ones? I mean, I mean, look at this. This is a pretty cool statue, but it's also an awkward design for Ninja Turtles, right? Ninja Turtles is something I love, but these designs were terrible, and they were all shown in shadows, and they weren't shown in really good detail in the movie. They looked terrible. But however, I still went to go see the movie. I forget why. Probably my dad just took me because it's like, you know what? He'll probably like the movie. And he was right. I liked the movie. I had fun with the movie. It's Ninja Turtles, you know? And so this movie I had fun with. Where um, every good part of this movie is the turtles themselves. And every bad part of the movie is Megan Fox. And just the disrespect and lack of care the people who made this movie had for the turtles. Um, One of the examples be if you don't know, when they were making this movie, the character of Eric Sachs was going to be the Shredder. They want a white man to be the Shredder. And of course, when fans heard this, they were outraged because A, that's incredibly racist, right? To take a character who's traditionally portrayed as Japanese, and that's. And I know some people will go, well, why is it racist when you can make a black mermaid and not a Shredder? I feel like, why? But then it's okay if you change the race to like a Japanese. It's not okay when you change the race to a Japanese man. Here's the difference. If you watch Little Mermaid, like the original movie, like the animated one, right? And this is why it's offensive sometimes and offensive not other times to me personally. It's like her race does not mean anything in the context of that movie. So changing her race means nothing. Very much the character of Shredder and Splinter's relationship is built upon them being Japanese in that culture, and that's why they do ninjutsu and other things like that, right? There's so much built around that. So to change their race is like, oh crap, you know, and that's a big deal. So of course fans were outraged. So they reshot some stuff, shuffled stuff around, and they made him white. Or not made him white. They made him Japanese. But they're very awkward sequences where you can tell they did reshoots because he goes in and out of English and Japanese. Also, he's not in the movie most of the time. He's just in a CGI robot suit, almost like they didn't plan to get an actor. And then even in the second one, they recast Shredder with an actual actor, right? But in this one, it's just very awkward how they did it. Eric Sachs has more scenes and is clearly more threatening throughout the movie. He was clearly meant to be the main villain, but wasn't, and it feels very awkward and stilted in the actual movie because of that. Megan Fox is just a terrible choice for April O'Neil. You can't buy her like scenes where she's like, I want to be taken seriously as a journalist, and you're just like, God, you know, Megan Fox works well in Transformers because she's just the love interest, dumb character. She's not a strong actress who can carry scenes with lots of dialogue or anything like that. I'm not saying she does have scenes with lots of dialogue. She definitely has more than movies I've seen her carry. Right? She's not a good actress. Yeah, and that's fine for because the movies she's in don't require her to be, if that makes sense. But this one, she has so many scenes. She talks so much throughout the movie. It's just like why? This is a Ninja Turtles movie. And it's clear no one involved with this movie cared about making a Ninja Turtles movie. However, it was a hit because I think at the end of the day, it was a Ninja Turtles movie. This first one caught people's curiosity. There hadn't been one in a while. The show had just come out, the 2012 show. It was getting pretty popular on television. The toys were everywhere. So, when this movie came out, it was a hit. And the things that really worked out about it are all the action scenes with the turtles. They're great scenes. They're all well put together. They're really fun. The humor works with the turtles in almost every sequences, even when they come across really bad in their first scene, because there's jokes with Mikey that really work. They're like, yeah, we will find you. And then Mikey takes off his mask. He's like, see, it's just a mask. Don't freak out. Scenes like that really work, but they're also like threatening her, be like, hey, we're going to get you if you don't, we're going to break your phone, things like that. There's scenes like that don't really work. But I think this movie still has so much fun action in the movie that makes it kind of worth sitting through the bad stuff for me and that fun turtle stuff. Do I rewatch it that often? Absolutely not. In fact, I haven't seen this movie in like probably 5 years. It's not a great movie. And the sequel to me has lesser in my memory. I didn't even watch that one in theaters. It's just, this is a fun movie, not a good movie. I always gotta have a soft spot for this one, even if that makes me kind of dumb.